Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling and asking, "What's the point of all this? What's my purpose?" If you have, congratulations. You've stumbled into one of the biggest, oldest, and most profound conversations in human history, the search for meaning. Today, we're diving deep into this question with the help of three philosophical heavyweights: Søren Kierkegaard, Jean-Paul Sartre, and Viktor Frankl. Get ready, because this journey might just change the way you see your own life. Let's start our journey in 19th century Denmark with Søren Kierkegaard, often called the father of existentialism. Picture this: a world where everyone seems to be following the crowd, conforming to societal norms without a second thought. Kierkegaard saw this and was deeply concerned. He believed that true existence wasn't about blending in. It was about making a passionate, personal commitment, a leap of faith. For Kierkegaard, the crowd was the source of untruth. He argued that to find meaning, you couldn't just accept what your family, your church, or your society told you to believe. You had to confront the absurdity and uncertainty of life head-on. This creates a feeling of anxiety, or what he called dread. But this dread isn't something to run from. It's a signal. It's the dizziness of freedom, the realization that you have an infinite number of choices. Meaning, for Kierkegaard, is found by making a choice and pouring your entire being into it, whether it's a commitment to a person, a cause, or a higher power. It's a personal, subjective truth that you live out every single day. Now let's fast forward a century to post-war Paris, a city buzzing with new ideas and a sense of radical freedom. Here we meet Jean-Paul Sartre, the rock star of existentialism. If Kierkegaard whispered about a personal leap of faith, Sartre shouted from the rooftops that existence precedes essence. What on earth does that mean? Think of a paper knife. Someone designed it with a purpose in mind: to cut paper. Its essence, its purpose, came before its existence. Sartre argued that humans are the complete opposite. We are born first, we exist, as a blank slate. There is no pre-designed purpose, no human nature, no divine plan that defines us. We are simply thrown into the world, condemned to be free. This is a radical, and for some, a terrifying idea. It means that everything you are, your values, your identity, your purpose, is a result of the choices you make. You can't blame your genetics, your upbringing, or your circumstances. You are the sole author of your life story. This immense freedom comes with an equally immense responsibility. Every choice you make doesn't just define you. It defines what you believe a human being should be. When you choose to be honest, you're not just being honest for yourself. You're effectively saying that honesty is a value for all of humanity. This is what Sartre called anguish, the weight of knowing that you are responsible not just for yourself, but for everyone. So, where is meaning in all this? For Sartre, meaning isn't found, it's created. It's the project of you. You find meaning by choosing your passions, your commitments, and your values, and then living authentically according to them, fully owning every single decision. From the philosophical cafes of Paris, our journey takes a dark and profound turn into the concentration camps of World War II. Here we find Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust. Frankl experienced firsthand the stripping away of everything that gives life meaning: his family, his profession, his home, his very identity. Yet, in the midst of this profound suffering, he made a startling discovery about the human spirit. Frankl observed that the prisoners who were most likely to survive were not necessarily the strongest or healthiest, but those who held on to a sense of purpose. It could be the hope of seeing a loved one again, a piece of work they still needed to finish, or a profound spiritual belief. This led him to develop a new form of psychotherapy called logotherapy, which is centered on the idea that our primary drive in life is not pleasure as Freud believed or power as Adler thought, but the discovery and pursuit of what we personally find meaningful. Unlike Sartre, Frankl didn't believe we invent meaning out of thin air. He believed meaning is something to be discovered in the world. He identified 3 primary ways we can find it. First, by creating a work or doing a deed, contributing something to the world. Second, by experiencing something or encountering someone through nature, art, or most importantly, love. Loving another person allows you to see their potential and helps them achieve it. And third, and perhaps most profoundly, we can find meaning in the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. Frankl famously said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Even when you can't change your situation, you can choose how you respond to it. Meaning can be found in courage, dignity, and grace in the face of hardship." So, what do we get when we put these 3 thinkers together? We get a powerful, multifaceted guide to navigating our own search for meaning. Kierkegaard tells us to break away from the crowd and make a passionate, personal commitment, to take a leap. Sartre tells us that we are radically free, that we must create our own essence through our choices and take full responsibility for the life we build. And Frankl, having looked into the darkest abyss, tells us that meaning can be discovered everywhere, in our work, in our love for others, and in the courageous attitude we take toward our suffering. The common thread is you. The answer isn't out there, waiting in a book or on a mountaintop. It's in your choices, your commitments, your creations, and your response to life's challenges. Existentialism doesn't give you an easy, one-size-fits-all answer. Instead, it hands you the tools and the responsibility to craft your own. It's about living actively, not passively. It's about asking the questions and then having the courage to live out your own answers. So, the next time you find yourself staring at the ceiling, perhaps the question isn't, "What is the meaning of life?" but "What meaning will I choose to create or discover today?" Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. I hope it's given you some food for thought. If you enjoyed this exploration and want more content that makes you think, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us create more videos like this one. Let me know in the comments which philosopher resonates with you the most. Until next time, live meaningfully.